There are some of you that are still in bondage, spiritual bondage. You're so in love with that partner of yours that you put everything that you possibly could have wanted on hold. You look back at your former self before you got with this person and you're sad because everything that you were involved with, every person that you were involved with, every situation that you were involved with, that was positive, that made you part of who you are, is gone. And once you made that commitment with this person, you threw it all away. And this person, unfortunately, they've done this before. And you have to understand, people who do stuff like this to other people, they seek out people like you who have goals, who have desires, who have ambitions, because they don't have any. This is a succubus. They suck the life out of you so they can live a life. And some of you, it's happened so gradually because they seduced you with something that you thought was missing out of your life. You thought your spiritual connection wasn't that strong, so maybe they sucked you into some kind of religion or something. They seduced you by telling you that you can have a better job or a better position somewhere else at a higher level because the current job that you have barely pays the bills. Or maybe it does pay the bills, but they hypnotized you or seduced you into thinking that you could have more somewhere else. And you wind up throwing that away and you wind up taking up a position that's actually more stressful. You're making more money, but you have less time to do what you want to do, be who you are, and it's 10 times as stressful as the previous job. These are the type of people who will seduce you sexually, knowing that you have certain ways and certain tastes in regards to the bedroom, and they have seduced you into doing things that you swore that you would not do, made you think that you needed to open your horizons to feed their desires. And this person has done it so gradually that you've been with them maybe 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. But from time to time when you have that quiet time by yourself, and those moments are few and far between nowadays because you have to deal with this person's drama. But when you do, the first thing that comes to your mind is how you were a whole person who lived a vibrant life before this person came along. And it happens every single time you have quiet time. And for some of you, you try to avoid having quiet time because you know that vision is going to come back of your former self. So you either wind up denying it or you wind up trying to soothe those guilty feelings by drinking too much, smoking too much, doing drugs, or whatever the case may be. Do you know why that vision keeps coming back to you every time you're by yourself? Because a spirit telling you who you really are. You had a real life. You had a real circle of influence. You were going somewhere. You had a mindset where you wanted to be a benefit to society and to help people. You had goals. You had aspirations. You had a stronger physical and spiritual connection with spirit than you do now. But you threw that all away because your heart, you were lonely. You wanted love. I know that feeling. How many times have I thrown myself away for the sake of someone else just so they could turn around and betray me? I know I'm talking to somebody today. So what you need to do is you need to start slowly pulling yourself back. Because first of all, that person is not true to you. They're betraying you in some way, form, or fashion. It may not be infidelity. They could be hiding money from you. They could be lying about their whereabouts. They could be lying about their sexuality. They could be lying about their relationships with family or friends. But they're not being truthful with you. Because if they have the ability to manipulate you from your former life for all this time, what makes you think that they're going to be honest with you and true with you? They're not. because this is their method of operation. This is their MO. You're not the first person they've done this with. And they do all of this just because they have nothing going on for themselves. If you look at a lot of these people who do this and you look at their track record, they are either inconsistent, or they haven't had a commitment to something, or they don't have any goals of their own. And if they try something as far as trying to go out on their own or do anything, it's always a failure, or they just wind up throwing it down. And they usually do it during the time that somebody else comes into their life. If you look at their track record, look at the people that they were involved with. These were always people who made more money than them, that had more aspiration, had more desires, had more goals. And these people will probably be involved with something, faking it to make it, trying to make it seem like they're going to finish school or start a business or whatever, until they get that person in their life, and then all of a sudden they throw all of that down and throw all their burdens and their cares on that person because they want that person to take care of them. These people never did want anything from jump. They know how to talk the language, they know how to walk the walk, but they are not a part of that world. They're fakers. And I talk about fakers in various videos on this channel, so you might want to check it out. But I just say this to say this. It's not too late to get yourself back. And for a lot of you, once you get yourself back, that person is not going to be as sexy to you as they used to be. They're not going to be as kind. They're not going to be as sweet. They're not going to look the same way in your eyes once you start getting yourself back. And that's a good thing. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to keep it a short one this morning because I got to head out. Thank you for your support of this channel always. I love you all.